How do you know when you should scale your ad budget? This is a question I got asked recently. Someone running $50,000 a month in ads, they were getting a 3x return on ads. However, the results were starting to dip a little bit when they tried to scale. So they were concerned and asked me, when should we scale our ads? And this is actually a common question a lot of people ask. We've seen people comment it here on YouTube, and I've seen many different business owners all have the same question. How do you know when to scale your ads, and how should you think about scaling ads? I'm gonna teach you of a concept called risk arbitrage, and how that can help you determine whether or not you should scale your ads, whether it be on YouTube ads, which is my preferred platform I talk about here on the channel, or any other ad platform. But it's really important to understand what your goal is, because your goal might be to have a higher return on ad spend, in which case you might need to optimize those ads a little bit or even potentially pull back spend. But if you're okay with a 3x return, or if you're just looking to increase or maximize your profit or revenue, it goes into a risk arbitrage equation. Let's take the case of this person individually. I asked them first, well, what's their goal? What's the result you're looking to achieve? He told me that he's looking just to increase his profits and increase how much revenue he's bringing in. Well, if that's the case, then there's a simple exercise that you can do. You're spending $50,000 and you're bringing in $150,000. You've got a 3x return on ad spend. Let's say you were to spend an additional $25,000 in ads next month. What is, the best case scenario? You make the same 3x. So you invest another $25,000 and you make $75,000 from that. Let's look at the worst case scenario. Maybe you don't get clients from that, and so you lose $25,000. Already, you have what's called risk arbitrage, where what you stand to lose is less than what you stand to gain. You stand to gain potentially $75,000, but you stand to lose $25,000. Let's go ahead and look at the equilibrium point. Well, the equilibrium point is in between that loss of $25,000 and the gain of $75,000. The equilibrium is a gain of $25,000. And what that should tell you is if you're looking to maximize your revenue or profits, you stand to gain $25,000 by making this decision on average. Now, if you walked into a Las Vegas casino and you had the opportunity to spin the wheel where 3 out of 4 times you win, and you're actually gonna triple your money, and 1 out of 4 times you lose, but you just lose the money you put in, you'd be spinning that wheel all day long because the risk return is skewed in your favor. More often, you have a chance to win, whereas you also have less of a chance to lose. And that's what a lot of people don't know, is the concept of risk arbitrage. Now, there's a lot of reasons that people might not just want a 3x ROAS. Maybe they actually want a higher return on ad spend because they do have more marginal and fixed costs. In that case, you might actually look at scaling back your ads a little bit, or at least testing new things. However, if your goal is just to maximize your revenue and your profit, well, you're actually primed in a good position. And even if you lose in that decision, you gain knowledge that you can use the next time you make a business decision. That's gonna teach you what your breaking point of your ads are. If you never scale to the breaking point, you won't know what that breaking point is. Worst case scenario, you spend the extra $25,000, you don't get an additional client, which means your overall return on ad spend goes down. And so in that case, you say, you know what? We gotta scale back our ads. Best case scenario, you keep getting a 3x return, possibly even better, and then great, you've actually just made a better return and you've increased your overall spend, increased your overall return and revenue and profits. Most likely scenario is probably somewhere in between, but even the overall average is still a net positive. And so that's where you have a good opportunity inside of risk arbitrage to make a decision. Let me know in the comments down below if you found this video valuable. I know this has been a big epiphany moment for a lot of people I've shared this with, which is really the answer to the question, should I scale my ads? Remember, the first question to ask is, what are you looking to do? What's the goal? Right? Do you have a specific return in mind, a specific number in mind? In which case you can reverse engineer that and see if it makes sense or not. However, if there's not a specific goal and you're just looking to maximize revenue, maximize your overall profits, well then there's a simple risk arbitrage equation that you can make in order to see whether or not you should raise your ads. Thanks so much for watching. Be sure to like the video if you found it valuable. Share it with somebody else that needs to hear this message. Also, make sure you subscribe, turn on notifications so you never miss another video. And if you want to learn how to use YouTube ads to not only get potentially a 3x rise, but potentially higher than that as well, you can go ahead and click the link down below. We've got our full training on YouTube ads, and you can also book a strategy call where you can learn how we can help you scale your business using YouTube ads to take it to the next level. We'll see you there.